Advice for someone who wants to make a big change. Just fucking do it.
Work-wise, you're the owner and head teacher of an English school. What's that like?
I run my own business along with my wife. So being the owner, operator, director, still technically kind of head teacher. The responsibilities of that are quite wide-ranging. You got to look after your team. That's what I really see as my main responsibility. We employ a lot of international people and we know the challenges of living abroad, living here in Japan. Listening, I think, is really important. I think you have to try and enjoy it as well, because why else would you do it? You definitely have to work a lot harder than in a regular job. So unless you're enjoying it, it's a bit dumb thing to do, really. So make sure that, your role is one that you kind of wake up looking forward to doing, I suppose. Not every day. There are days you definitely don't want to be the leader, but I think that's really important, to make sure that you're doing it in the way that suits you, and that's different for a lot of people.
How do you balance your work and home life?
So I try to have 2 days off in a row, Sunday and Monday. But I always say, it's kind of weird, like I'm always at work, but I'm not tied to work. I like I like being independent or free, I suppose. The balance, it's an ongoing challenge. I'm not sure I'll ever get it completely right, but I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good right now.
Do you think the challenges you faced over the past decade and more in Japan here will help your time in the UK?
I've been living here in Japan for the last 17 years. Very happy here. And anyone that's lived abroad will know that, it's a bit of a step up in managing your life and how you operate. Japan's a bit of a unique one. I've talked about this before, but it does surprise me that a country that can be so different. I mean, the language, of course, the culture. There are some people here that I am amazed actually live abroad. I can't really imagine how they survive in their own country, and somehow they survive here. But for those of us that are here and have done quite a few different things, started businesses, run events, I've moved several times within this city and stuff. It feels I'm pretty equipped to do a bigger move and adapt to different things. I mean, you really have to be good at adapting to live abroad and in Japan as well. So I'm hoping whatever challenges lie ahead, I think I'm pretty well stocked and ready for those challenges. So the big move to the UK this year, I think before now, a lot of thought's gone into it. Got the kind of basic structure down and know what the main aim is, which is very much about the kids. I moved around a lot, not internationally, but in the UK when I was young. Didn't like it too much at that time. But looking back, I really realised it's given me so much in confidence and ability to walk into a room full of strangers is no big deal because you've done it a few times as a kid. So I want to have them have that. They are from two different countries and I'd like them to be able to experience that. So that's the main drive, the main focus. The way I'm approaching it now, honestly, I'm just moving forward because there are so many things to think about, so many elements that might not go the way that I want them to, problems. People are lovely, but they do tend to say, well, haven't you thought about this? Or how's that going to work? And the honest answer is, I don't know. I keep using this phrase being kind of the flag bearer, just at the front. We're doing this, come on, and things will fall into place. I've so far raised both my children here, 9-year-old daughter, 8-year-old son. To be adaptable to the world, I think it's important to see some other varieties of doing things. Education is a huge one. Not knocking the Japanese education system, but it seems to be that there's one way, and if you can go with that way, great. But not everyone can. So that was the first consideration. Then the second one was, a little bit of reality check, 4 visas for some new country or me and my kids wouldn't need visas for the UK, one visa for my wife. Maybe UK makes sense. It's easier, more doable. Plus, it is their second country or their other home country, so maybe it's good for them to be there. You know, we do go back quite regularly, but that's quite an intense moment. It's 2 weeks, 10 days, and you try to fit so much in. I just want them to see a bit of day-to-day life. Oh, we're having a barbecue this weekend. Why don't you guys come? Impossible from Japan. So then we centered on, okay, the year will be in the UK. And that year has come around. It is now, this year, 2025, it's happening. That's the plan. Staying focused on the big goal with everything else going on. Well, talking a lot helps. Just keeping it in an everyday conversation. Hey, when we're in England, this will be different. Or how are you going to feel when we're doing this in England? And what are you looking forward to? What are you worried about? Just keeping it a sort of conversation around the breakfast table. On a personal level, I really should be doing more practical stuff, actively contacting people in the UK about jobs, houses, schools. And I kind of started to realise there are some things about Japan that I'm really going to miss. My life here is pretty nice, so I want to make sure that I'm enjoying what I've got right now, because once I get to the UK, that's it. I'm going to be on it.
What's your vision for the next year and a half?
I don't want it to be too perfect in a way, because life here in Japan is extremely safe, extremely comfortable, and that's great. But as I said, I want my kids to be equipped for a variety of environments. So yeah, if the school has some issues and some kids aren't all perfect, well-behaved children, that's great. I want them to experience that. I mean, I went to some amazing schools, some not so good schools. I went to public government schools. I went to private schools, and each one were good and bad, and you learn from all of those. Again, there's not so much pressure of finding this perfect life for the rest of their time. It really is a bit of an experiment. Maybe I'm kind of tricking myself, but I'm trying to be as laid back about those kind of things as I can be. Maybe when we talk later, there'll be more things of, yeah, I didn't think about this one, didn't think about that. But for now, they're unknowns, so I'm all right with a few unknowns. I think my biggest hope is that when we're done and we're back here, and it probably won't be immediate, it'll probably be more of a long-term thing, that the kids feel they've always got another option. I mean, I think the reason why a lot of us international people have this kind of magic code of living in Japan, take more risks and enjoy it, is because, well, I can always go home. You know, it's kind of this magic superpower. So if they have that idea of like, you know, I'm having a bad day, bad week, bad month at school, well, you know, maybe I'm going to go to the UK in the future. And maybe they don't even need to actually go forward with that, but just having that in their back pocket as another option, I think that would be my biggest hope to give them from this experience.
Are there moments in your life when you feel overwhelmed by the amount of tasks you have with this upcoming challenge?
Yeah, feeling overwhelmed. I've had some down moments about it. As I said, sometimes when you talk to people in all their well-meaning, even close family and close friends and stuff, sort of kind of give you that look of, are you insane? And then you start to question yourself and think, am I being crazy trying to do this? So yeah, that can be a bit overwhelming sometimes. The good thing is I've really stayed focused on, as I said, the main goal is the kids. You've got to just have, you know, you're the captain of the ship, and that you're going in the right direction, and that you have not just where we're going to be tomorrow or next week or next month, but next year. Advice for someone who wants to make a big change. Just fucking do it. No, I mean, it could change without you having any control over that. And yeah, isn't it better when you're choosing to change it? That's much better. So be ready for changes, because man, if we haven't learned anything over the last few years, it's like shit changes fast. Push yourself, do it. It's never as bad as you think. The worst thing that can happen is you get to the end of your time and realize you didn't try more stuff, and that is way worse. You can't do anything about that. So you know, do it.